I wish we had ears right now.
I do have them somewhere. Should I try to find them?
I don't know. No, because I don't have any.
Hey, it's not your pal, the Dancing Housewife, but it is your favorite dancing duo, Carolyn, Cline, and Ross Hill, aka the Duff Couple. You're listening to a special edition of the Dancing Housewife Podcast, and this week we're sprinkling a little pixie dust because it's Disney Week on Dancing with the Stars. There are 11 couples left, so there's a lot of sparkle to cover. Let's just dive right in.
Lots of sparkle. No Tinkerbell was cited, but we did see Sasha in the opening number.
That was so fun. I loved the little dancing forks and they did a cute little kick line. It was really adorable. Nice tribute to Disney.
Theatrical and the only opening that Jan's ever going to really be able to participate in.
First up, we had Dylan Efron and Danny dance a quick step to Life is a Highway from Cars. Such a cute song. And it was so fun watching him dance. The headlights on her butt, first of all, were hilarious. Great costuming. Again, they did a really simple but effective costume where you really got to focus on his dancing. And I thought that there was a really good quick step to trick ratio. Like lots of good quality dancing, but also some really fun, cutesy stuff. I loved her dip under his legs. We see a dip through the legs all the time, but she did a different fun ending to it. But overall, I felt like his frame and body contact looked really good.
He takes the judges' critiques seriously, and he truly does apply them. So I think we see him get better each week. So we can say this week was better than the previous week. His frame was better. He definitely had good energy, the connection, like you mentioned. Only thing I would say for next time, bigger steps. He's way too tall to be taking those itty-bitty steps. So add that, and I think he'll be a solid, a smooth, and standard dancer.
The judges gave them a 7.88, which was really
Solid.
a strong start for the first one out there.
That's about as good as you get for the first number.
So up next, we had Danielle and Pasha. They also danced a quick step, and they did I Want to Be Like You from the Jungle Book.
I liked it. It was a good combination of quick step with some Lindy hop. I thought that her frame was pretty decent. Bruno said that it was naughty, and I can't say that that's a word I would have used to describe it. I just thought it was cute, and it had good content. Pasha looked like he was actually enjoying it, and his choreo was stronger. Good for you, Pasha.
He really committed to that monkey walk, but I agree with you. It was more like a Peabody vibe than a quick step, which is some of that Charleston.
Did you like the French pants?
Yeah, I didn't hate them.
Didn't hate them. Did I love them? Do I want to see them again? I don't think so. But I think it's the color, truly.
Yeah, you don't like those neutrals. You really...
No, a sad beige neutral color. That's not, no.
The judges gave them a 7.77, which I thought was fair and a good, decent color.
Little do they know that they're about to be bottom of the barrel. Almost bottom of the barrel. We'll get there in a little bit.
Next up, Scott and Riley danced to Salsa to Bop to the Top from High School Musical. Wow, the commitment to the characters. They were Sharpay and Ryan from High School Musical from the start of the episode through till the end of the episode. They never broke character. They fully committed.
Scott is more of a sister to Riley than Lindsay, her own biological sister, as let's be honest here.
They were the perfect twinning, hilarious dynamic. I didn't even mind that he missed one of his connections after a spin. It was such a cute ending. I didn't love the salsa content, but I never am a huge fan of salsa, and I honestly thought it was a little slow and too easy. But as always, his side-by-sides were great.
Yeah, basically everything you said I agree with, but at the end of the day, I don't like Scott dancing.
The judges gave him a 7.77. Again, I thought it was fair at the time. Next up, we had Alex and Val, and they danced to Vianney's Waltz to Once Upon a Dream from Maleficent.
Well, they did great last week, but after this dance, I think this is my dark horse of the season because I thought it was really great. Great choreography, her speed, frame, her performance. She embodied the villain. I think if she used her rib and back for some of those bursting movement and those kind of non-frame movement, it would just take it to the next level. But it was sharp. Great performance.
There were moments where I saw her connect her arm movement through her back, which was nice to see. I wonder though if those horns were heavy in frame, especially when she was doing the pivots she collapsed in, which is really easy to do. And I felt like there wasn't as much Vianney's Waltz content as others, but the whole concept and the camera blocking was great. And she did look really good dancing. So I really enjoyed it.
Interesting. Her spins were still pretty tight, and they had a nice standing spin with kind of an aerial camera down, which was nice.
You're seeing some of that dancer background come out because she's creating some cool shapes. Fantastic. The judges scored them 888, and we were all like, yeah. We're not doing that. We're not adding that to our lexicon. Up next, we had Ilaria and Gleb, and they danced a quick step to Cantina Band from Star Wars, which was a really big question mark in my head. But I mean, first of all, I hate, oh, here's my soapbox, hate a straight across headband in dancing. And how many times have we seen that on the collegiate dance bar where it just cuts your forehead in half, that stupid line across? Hate. So did not like it on
my brow. I don't need to make an artificial one.
Hate it. It's always terrible. And her comments were so weird. Like, girl, you've competed at Blackpool but haven't seen a quick step. Honey, yes, you have.
It's just her playing that narrative that she's like, just this little baby, know-nothing dancer, but really I'm going to wow you all. I'm over it. I'm over their narrative. I'm over their story. There's no wow factor.
And this was the moment that I noticed that we were going to be seeing a lot of pants in standard dancing. All I saw were pants. And that is not common. This is not a trend that they are taking straight off of the ballroom competition floor. I have seen one smooth couple in pants, and they're the couple that always wears the weird outfits. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh.
So, like, this is not a trend, but, like, why are so many people wearing it? I didn't love it. I didn't hate, but I didn't like it. But back to their dancing. This was full Peabody. There was not much quick step. It was a terrible song. Boring song, boring choreo, very little quick step. And honestly, her body contact was lacking, and I'm surprised none of the judges called it out. Yeah, it was not impressive.
Well, to quote Carrie Ann for one of her many weird quotes, as you know, she has to relate to everything.
Look, as women, sometimes I feel that there's so much pressure and we feel like we have to prove ourselves all the time, especially women of a certain age. And it's a real thing. And I know you're feeling this. I want you to know that tonight what I saw was you just dancing, fully in love with what you were doing, not trying to prove anything. And it was beautiful.
As a woman of a certain age, we have to prove to others what we're able to do. That was her advice. Nothing else.
It was more about her than anything else. Like,
It always is.
nobody
As a
was
woman
thinking
of a
that.
certain
Why
age.
did you say that multiple times? Get over
Also-
the age thing.
It's not even like Ilaria's this ancient grandma. She's 41.
Don't worry, she brought it up with Elaine too. Wild.
I thought the judges were actually, harsh isn't the word because they could always be harsher, but they really had nothing nice to say. So once again, everyone's over this narrative. We don't care about Ilaria Baldwin. We don't care. And Gleb could not care at all. It's so evident. He's putting zero effort into it.
They still gave her an 878, and it needed to be lower. Next up, we had Andy and Emma, and they danced Avini's Waltz from Ratatouille. It was so cute, but I can't believe everyone else looks all glamorous and adorable. And they literally dressed Emma up like a rat. And not just a rat, there was a tail.
A weird looking tail.
And it was so funny when Andy was like, she's the brains and I'm just trying to keep up. But I was impressed. I thought that he showed improvement this week. He was moving on the dance floor, taking nice big steps. Some of them were clunkier. You can tell he's really been working on his frame. It looked nice and strong. And he is moving a lot more. But it was funny, you know how when she just spins around him like she does with most of her partners? He kind of just stood there, like did nothing with his arms, like literally
arms
was there.
actually died.
Just dead fish arms.
Well, to be Carrie Ann, as someone who sometimes has dead arms, suffers from dead arms, I can relate to you. There was nothing more than a pre-bronze syllabus in there, but we love that because he did take bigger steps. He moved, and we love that. Derek literally said,
Listen, I love this movie so much, and Chef Gusto, he says in this film, he says, anyone can cook, and you're proof that anyone can dance. I really mean that.
which they never said that to Reginald last season.
Let me tell you, our group is obsessed with him. I think that he's really pulling the fan votes, and it does not surprise me because he's so adorable. Like,
They are
Emma
so
had never made it this
lovable.
far.
I'm happy for her. I love their partnership. Regardless, they got straight sixes from the judges.
Rude. That was improved. He should have gotten a better
Yeah,
score. I was
At least
so disappointed.
1-7.
And they know what they've been giving everybody else. They did not need to score him that low. They could have thrown him a couple sevens, 1 or 2. You know,
1-7 wouldn't have killed.
he's doing better. He's still going to be the bottom, but he's doing better. Give him some credit, please.
I felt bad. So that was a little disappointing.
All right, next up we had Robert, Irwin, and Whitney. They danced a cha-cha to Try Everything from Zootopia. Take it away.
This one was painful. All caps. I just wrote hated. I didn't like anything about it. The song was terrible.
So bad.
It was so bad. The choreography was terrible. Whitney, you know better, and you can do better, and you always do. So I was embarrassed for her. It was the waltziest cha-cha I've ever seen. He now, I think in every dance, does this where he pats his partner with the back of his hand and they do this like sway thing. He does it in every single dance. I don't think I needed to see it in a cha-cha.
Yeah.
So a lot of that stiff. There's no forward hip action. I mean, when he goes dagger arm, tap, tap, tap. I hated it. It was terrible.
I wrote down everything exactly the same except for I love the rhinestone pole at the beginning coming down from a ceiling.
And he blew up the internet this past week. So I think everyone just was on the edge of their seats, like, what are they going to do? And then that's what they delivered. They should have saved the ripped off shirt for this week.
I completely agree. I tried to stay positive. I liked his New Yorkers. He kept his knees together and
He
he hit
did.
them hard, and that was really nice. But this was his weakest.
Once again, the song was terrible. It was
That was particularly bad. It made everything feel slow and there were long pauses. It was so awkward to watch. Yeah. Do better, producers. So
better, Whitney.
they got a 778. Up next, we had Elaine and Alan. They danced a quick step to the song from the Space Mountain ride. I hated the music. I literally wrote down, I can't even tell the counts to this music. I hated his outfit. It was really uncomfortable. The alien and the ear situation was weird, but I did love
was
her
weird.
outfit. She looked amazing. Her head weight was really good. By the end of it, I just didn't really have an opinion on the dance, and I don't really know what that means. I was confused. So I was especially confused with how much the judges loved it.
I think I need to actually go back and watch it because of the moments that I did see, I was like, she looks really good. I was so distracted by the strobe lights and
Over
the
top.
lasers and everything. Almost needed like a warning for people. Have seizure-like activity. There was a lot. It was very overstimulating.
The judges gave them 888. It wasn't an 8 for me, but also at this point, Carrie-Ann is out of control. She needs to reel it.
She's not finishing her sentences.
Yeah.
She's just making these weird noises. She's unhinged. Bruno was tolerable and very tame. Derek was fine too, although his jacket looked a little cheap.
Oh, I sort of loved it. Like,
I thought I did, and the more I watched it, I was like, a little like costuming sequence to me.
I have a jacket like that if you would like to try it out.
Maybe. Anyway.
All right, moving on. We had Whitney, Levitt, and Mark dance a foxtrot to The Room Where It Happens from Hamilton. Thoughts?
Oh, yes. This was fantastic. Confident, clean, so good. She was quick, dynamic. They embodied the music. Great choreo, as always, from Mark. And I loved their outfits. Solid package, solid delivery. I really enjoyed it.
I think that Hamilton just inspires that level of creativity that matches Mark's so well. Like, you knew he was
Yes.
going to make magic when they gave him Hamilton. And
Yes.
She performed it. She was getting low and gliding across the floor. Like, I really noticed how much she was bending her knees. She was actually dancing ballroom. She's doing it and
Yeah.
working great. And I had no notes. It was so good. That's going to
Solid
be a
performance,
highlight
dude.
from the season for sure. That's one people will go back and watch over and over.
For sure. And it's why we saw our first 9 of the season. So it only took till episode 4 last season. We were given 9s out episode 1. Good job, judges, on growth. I do have to point out also at this point, because we haven't insulted Julianne in a little bit. I don't know what was buzzing in her head. She kept spoiling next week on multiple occasions. She made a comment after Dylan alluding to High School Musical. She alluded to Ilaria something with her family. And then when Elaine went, she said, "Oh, Jesse from The Parent Trap, you'll be doing something with her next week too." And it's like, Julianne, I don't think you can be saying this stuff.
And that should not be a reason to vote for somebody because you want to see what they do next week. So they got a 988. You mentioned that they got the 9. They got 9 from, you guessed it, Kate Van. 988. We were all thrilled. Up next, Jordan Chiles and Ezra danced a quick step to Tiana's Bayou Adventure from The Princess and the Frog. What'd you think?
Cute. I loved how she was referencing when she was a little girl in her princess days, and obviously Tiana being a black princess. I loved that. They did look like they were having a good time at Disney World also.
Yeah.
So their friendship and everything, very good. I thought it was cute choreo. As soon as they went into frame, that arm just stiff-armed immediately. So I kind of chuckled at that. She also did this thing, I don't know if you noticed, maybe it's with her height, but when they're in promenade, she like looks down her nose or something, so it makes it look like she is very focused. I think it's just a height thing, but it distracted me.
I wrote down very similar notes. The first thing I said was it's cutesy, and I actually found myself smiling during it. I was like, wow, I am full on grinning watching this performance, which is great. That's like what you want to do, is feel something when you're watching it. I was also not a fan of her frame because her arm should be slightly bent, like just a little bit, like you could fit a quarter on it, and it was so stiff out there. And I think last week I didn't mind their height difference, but this week it bothered me. And so the only time I really enjoyed when they were in frame is when she ran up on the stairs and became a more normal height, which is just funny. But overall, again, it was just cutesy. It was fun, and I liked it. We had Jen, Affleck, and Jan dance a jazz to A Friend Like Me from Aladdin. The most quick step in the world. You say quick step and people think of this song. Like,
yep.
And of course, he can't dance quick step, so they threw him a bone and gave him a jazz. I hated it. This was my most hated dance of the week by far. It started out with his costume. He could have chosen any character, and he chose the one that has probably been done the most. Like, be the carpet. And I just thought the dancing was fine. It did not inspire. It was boring. What we love about ballroom is partner work and working off of each other, and you can't really do that with a jazz. And they didn't need to be doing that this week, but next week they'll probably give him modern because he's clearly can't perform ballroom. So, like, they're just going to throw him the random stuff and keep it easy for him. But I didn't even like his choreo with jazz.
Oh, this was his opportunity, and it didn't wow us. It's really more about him. He highlights his tricks and everything. I don't ever watch Jen, which isn't a good thing because it's not like Jan's amazing either. So, not a fan, didn't like it, not an exciting ending. And I don't think the judges were even trying to say nice things either, because Derek literally had to say, everyone has been fantastic tonight. So
No feedback.
We got to end on a good note.
Well, how are they going to give feedback to jazz? Like,
no, you can't.
So the judges gave them a 788, which was very overscored.
Too high.
They're being nice to them, and I don't like it.
No.
Predictions for next week.
So I've switched some things around. I have new thoughts.
Wait. You forgot to say who went home. How do we forget this?
Yeah,
There
the
was
round
a
takes
whole
on it.
fucking night. Okay. I wish there was a video of how we reacted to this. So we're gonna recreate it for you right now, just me and Ross. So here goes. Ready? And the couple that is going home tonight. Extended long, super awkward pause with way too much music. Ilaria and Gleb. The only thing that could make this high last longer is if Jan and Jen went home next week. That's the only thing that could make this better. And I wish for that. That's my prediction. Next week, I want him gone. Because I think that Andy's fans are going to keep him no matter
I want to see Andy through 2 more weeks. Then he can go, but let's get him through 2 more rounds. Like I said, my dark horse switched. So now I'm really thinking Alex and Belle might end up in the top. But in terms of winners, it knocked down from Robert Whitney, and I'm going with Whitney and Mark.
I'm 100% with you, per usual, thinking on the same page. Who do you want to see go home next week if it's not Jen and Jan?
Honestly, hot take, and we'll disagree on this, but if it's not Jen and Jan, my next one is Scott and Riley.
I think it'll end up being Danielle and Pasha because he can't pull out the personality. Scott and Riley have the personality and the friendship going, and people want to see you becoming friends.
We have these 3 couples that are all in this pool of being next to go. Unfortunately, just due to fandom, I don't think it'll be Jan or Jen. I think they'll get a couple more weeks. But then when it comes down to true dancing talent, he's gone.
Hope so.
So we'll see.
So what do you guys think? Drop your predictions in the comments. And that's all for this week's Ballroom Buzz. Don't forget to share the episode, drop a review, and hit those 5 stars. Subscribe so you never miss a beat, because next week is Dedication Week, and we've got even more sparkle and hot takes coming your way. This is Carolyn Cline.
And Ross Hill.
And as always, happy
dancing.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Walt Disney. Tinkerbell. Done.
You're listening to a special edition of the Dancing with the Housewife podcast. This week, we're sprinkling a little... I need to start over.
That's fine.
Dancing with the Housewife. Well, let's read English.
Dancing with the Housewife. Yeah.